Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Arrow Season 6. Now just quickly before we get into the rest of this video, a lot of people have been asking me why I didn't do a trailer breakdown for the Supergirl Comic-Con trailer, and there is sort of a reasonable explanation behind that. Essentially, when the Supergirl stuff was going on, they were releasing information like stuff from the panel, but they took ages and ages to get their trailer out because they did something incredibly stupid, and they gave ET, like Entertainment Tonight, the trailer to be like exclusive for like 20 minutes or something, so their trailer took longer to get out compared to the other shows in comparison to when they were shown on the panel. So essentially, because they took so long to come out, it just backlogged, and they released their trailer like 5-10 minutes before Legends of Tomorrow did. So I was like, stuff it, Supergirl's gonna have to wait, and it's gonna be like, they'll have to be the last video I upload. And then essentially it just got to the point where I couldn't be bothered doing it anymore because I don't think the trailer showed necessarily that much, apart from maybe the season having a bit of a darker tone to begin with. So that's why I didn't do a Supergirl trailer breakdown. I'm not going to upload my one because I think it's redundant to do it now, because everything that needs to be pointed out has been pointed out by other people. So yeah, that's why there's no Supergirl trailer breakdown, unfortunately. So even though there is a decent amount of mystery going into Season 6 of Arrow, you know, mainly around the aftermath of the explosion on Lian, there are a few things we do know that will go down in Season 6. Some of these we knew before San Diego Comic-Con, and some we learned about thanks to San Diego Comic-Con. And obviously there is some things we already knew about, which were gone into more detail at Comic-Con over last weekend. Like, wow, it's been a week since Comic-Con started, which is crazy. Now, these included some confirmed survivors of Lian, which are Oliver, William, Dinah, Black Siren, Deathstroke as well. Deathstroke will also be back multiple times this season, which Stephen Amell did sort of reveal a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, which he actually wasn't meant to do. That was sort of meant to be revealed at Comic-Con, so he sort of gave us an early taste of what was to come. They also confirmed that Richard Dragon was going to be playing a role this season. They haven't really confirmed if he's the big bad or he's just going to be a villain this season. And then we also got some little hints to what will be going down with Earth 2 Laurel Lance, aka Black Siren, this season. Now, even though Black Siren has been in the Arrowverse for a decent amount of time now, seeing that she did debut back in Season 2 of The Flash, we really don't know much about her or where she's heading to in the future. However, as I did just say, some information was revealed at Comic-Con which may give us an idea of all of that and what's happening. So at Comic-Con, the actors and producers of the various TV shows and movies that were being displayed do a ridiculous amount of interviews for various media outlets. Unfortunately, a lot of these media outlets do ask like the same sort of basic questions. A lot of the time that can come down to the fact that they have like the entire cast to interview like right in front of them, and they can't really just focus on one character or two characters and brush over the rest of the people there. But luckily, IGN was able to score an interview with just 3 people involved on the show. Like, I think they did maybe 2 groups of Arrow people, so they're able to just, you know, pick and choose a couple of people to interview, which did allow them to focus in on a few characters. Now, IGN interviewed Wendy Miracle, who is an executive producer on Arrow, Emily Bett Rickards, or Rickards, whatever you want to pronounce it, who plays Felicity Smoke, and then finally Katie Cassidy, who plays Laurel Lance, as well as Black Siren. I will try and leave the entire interview linked in the description below if I can. I'm not too sure if the interview's been uploaded on YouTube. I saw it on Twitter, but I'll try and link it either way. But anyway, the girl at IGN basically asked what was going on with Black Siren. Was she a villain, or was she going to be swinging to the side of good come Season 6? And what was said by Wendy Miracle is that Black Siren will be a full-on villain in Season 6, which actually did sort of surprise me when I first heard her say that, because I did think there were hints to the good or light side of Black Siren towards the end of Season 5. And even in her first appearance on Arrow in the mid-season premiere, you could see that maybe she was feeling guilty for what she was doing. But I do believe this is a massive misdirect by Wendy Miracle, just not to give like things away. Like, not say at the Comic-Con thing, oh, by the way, yeah, Laurel's or Black Siren's going to be, you know, sort of evil at the beginning of the season, and then, you know, we're slowly going to make her good. Because it has happened before. They do misdirects on purpose, and, you know, just so things are surprising when the actual seasons start. And I'm sure this is happening again right here. If anyone's wondering about the Felicity question, I'm pretty sure the question was about her dark path. I think you might want to go check the video again. I'm just going off the top of my head in regards to this, but I'm pretty sure it's about like her journey in season 5 and whether that's going to continue in season 6. Now, there was also another interview done with Cassidy at Comic-Con where, as you would guess, there was a decent amount of focus on a little character known as Black Siren. Now, this video is actually supplied by our friends over at Green Arrow TV who do an awesome job with all the Arrow stuff, so I will leave their website linked in the description below, as well as the video link to this interview as well down there. Now, I must say the audio on the video isn't the greatest, unfortunately. That's why I'm not going to put it in this video, but that just comes down to the fact that they are in like a crowded and jam-packed room with like a million other interviews going on, at the same time. So that's why the audio is a bit dodgy, but you can still listen in pretty clearly, or carefully, might I say, and hear what is being said. But essentially, Katie basically confirmed that we will learn more about Black Siren's backstory and past throughout season 6, which will definitely explain to us why she became what she was when we first met her, like to be specific on The Flash. She even gave her like own sort of little pitch on what the backstory for Black Siren could be. She said I think it involved watching her father on Earth 2 being killed, but not being able to do anything about it. Correct me if I'm wrong about that in the comment section down below. Like, we do know that Earth 2 Oliver Queen is dead. Like, he was the one that died on the shipwrecked Queen's Gambit, and his father, Robert Queen, was the one that survived and ended up becoming the Hood. And I'm pretty sure Black Siren even references that in season 5 of Arrow from memory. And they also do hint that Quincy Lance on Earth 2 is probably dead as well towards the end of season 5 when Laurel's interacting, or Black Siren might I say, is interacting with Earth 1 Quincy Lance. I, for one, would love to see some Black Siren-centered flashbacks back on Earth 2 and see how she went from Laurel Lance to Black Siren. Similar to what we are going to get with Deathstroke and his origin flashbacks this season, which they confirmed at Comic-Con as well. And I also did a video on them going into more detail. And I'm pretty sure I nailed what they might be going with in regards to the Deathstroke flashback. So I will also leave that video linked in the description below if you haven't checked that out yet. Now, obviously, before I did say that Wendy Miracle said that Black Siren was going to be this like full-on villain in season 6. Now, I'm trying to quickly go over why I don't think Black Siren is going to be this full-on villain. I do feel she's going to be sort of in that grey area, similar to what I think we're going to see with Deathstroke. Now, going into season 6, going by the trailer, obviously, we know that Deathstroke and Oliver are in good terms, and Deathstroke's going to go off and do his own thing, and they're going to meet up again at some point in season 6. But when Deathstroke's gone off, he's not going to be a hero all of a sudden. He's not going to be like Barry Allen. He's not going to be like Oliver Queen as the Flash or Green Arrow. He's going to be Deathstroke still. He's still going to have that bad center about him, but he's going to be doing things that he thinks are good. So he's in that sort of anti-hero area, which is what I think we're slowly going to get moved into with Black Siren. I think she's going to start off the season as that sort of full-on villain that Wendy Miracle says she will be. But as we slowly go into the season, she's going to tread more towards that grey area and maybe realize that she doesn't need to do all this this bad stuff. She can do stuff for good. But I think they need to keep Black Siren as the same character, if that makes sense, because I do feel everyone likes Black Siren. I think everyone likes Cassidy's version of Black Siren, like her attitude, her personality. But I don't think a lot of people necessarily liked Cassidy's take on Laurel Lance or the Black Canary. I liked it. I thought it was good, but I know there's a lot of people that don't. But I don't see anyone that hates Black Siren. And if there is, then I'd be very surprised, because I think the character is definitely one of the strongest on the show at the moment. So I think that's what they're going to do moving into season 6. Oh, as they move into the middle and the end of season 6, is turn Black Siren into that sort of anti-hero Deathstroke-like character, where she keeps that same personality, but she's not necessarily on Team Arrow, but I think teams up with Team Arrow, and I think she's going to play a part in probably taking down the villains come the end of the season. Like, not, as I said, not necessarily being on Team Arrow, but playing a role. Basically what we saw at the end of season 5, like all those people coming together weren't necessarily on Team Arrow, but they were helping Oliver take down Adrian Chase. Because I've said in previous videos that I do feel that Laurel Lance on Earth 2 was sort of forced to be bad, because if you remember, she was introduced on The Flash, she was from Earth 2, she was part of Zoom's sort of group, and I feel that she was forced to be bad because of Zoom, because if she wasn't bad, if she didn't join Zoom's team, Zoom would have killed her. Like, Zoom would have killed everyone that wasn't on his team, so she was sort of forced to be bad, like a lot of those Earth 2 metahumans would have been. And even in season 5 of Arrow, when she's, helping Adrian Chase, she's sort of helping Adrian Chase because he was the one that broke her out of Star Labs, and she sort of owed him a favor. She was in debt to him. So that's why she was helping Adrian Chase. So it's going to be interesting to see in season 6 of Arrow what her like motivation is to being bad. Like, does she have to be bad? She might have her own like sort of self-reflection where she's like, well, do I have to be bad? Because I've got no one sort of like making me be bad like Zoom and I guess Adrian Chase were. So maybe that's what slowly converts her into that grey area. I don't think they're going to make her good. As I said, I think that grey area is where she's going to stick. But do let me know what you think of all of that in the comment section down below. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like just to show your support. As I said, leave all your opinions in the comment section down below about all this Black Siren stuff. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.